Hi, I'm Seamless, and this is the 60th 75K tutorial. This one was requested by EatnbyR, and it is a virtual Riot sound. The virtual Riot sound sounds like this, and this is what I got. Oh my god, it's identical! That's because Virtual Riot gave me the preset, and told me how to make the post. So, yay, thank you, Mr. Riot. This one is pretty sweet. It's pretty cool. There's a lot going on in the post, which I'll, on purpose this time, actually show you. Last time, this is the second time I recorded it, and the second time I just forgot to get rid of Serum. Yeah. The post is relatively simple in terms of what's happening, and the Serum is very interesting in terms of all the stuff that's going on. Let's look at the Serum. Actually, yeah, look at the Serum. I'm going to disable the post. Burp. So this is what it sounds like just by itself. And this is what it sounds like without all the effects. And this is what it sounds like without the sub. Which you might be thinking, and that's because a big part of what's happening here is that the two oscillators are being FM'd by the sub, and the sub is 3 octaves higher than the two of them. That means, and that other weird sound is the noise. So having a higher octave FM will dramatically alter your position of the series of your harmonics. So that's a fun thing to think about. And if you got two different oscillators, you don't want to FM one by the other, you can FM it by a third source. And actually you have plenty of other FM sources too. You can FM from noise, you can FM from sub. And that's it, really? Yeah, I guess so. You have 3 potential sources total. Good times that. These particular wavetables, like this custom vocoder table, is basically, it kind of sounded like he put up like either a saw or a square and just kind of went into a vocoder until he got like a plane of sounds he liked, and then he made it into a table, and then that's what you got. This guy is like a cake or something. I'm not really totally sure what's up with that, or even where it's from. I'm pretty sure both of these are. Well, this one's probably just a VR table, like from his own self. Don't know where this is from though. Yeah, and it's being filtered. It's a pretty subtle filtering, but essentially it's a peak and a notch filtered together, and they're going wah against each other, like so. Everything that's happening here is more or less controlled by this one LFO, which is set to be in envelope mode, and you can see a lot of the parameters are being linked up by this. So it's all moving in uniform capacity, which is pretty great stuff there. The levels you can see is being controlled by the thing. And that's important because in music, no matter what other ridiculous processing is being applied to it, it keeps the sound very short. And for this kind of like blown bottle sound, that's really what you need. They are, of course, controlling the a little bit of the FM and the wavetable position itself. This guy is very dense, so you don't need to move it a lot to get like a pretty good amount of modulation. And then the noise is just a weird thing. And the pitch is being controlled. Otherwise, I imagine it'd be like a ting or something. It's called glass lid. All of this. Oh, there's also macro controls, and they're controlling things like the main FM. And then these guys are, the macro 1 is controlling mostly things and effects, but macro 2 is controlling the FM and the wavetable position, so it changes your tone of the whole thing. And effects, we got a phaser. Doing phasey stuff. Compressor, with the LFO controlling the threshold amount, which is kind of interesting. Also the mix amount here. A lot of modulation. I'm way down where I should be. Derp. Okay, that explains a lot. Expand your dimensions. And hyper up a bit. So here's where we're starting to see the big tone shift. And this is actually a reverb filter inside Serum. Serum's reverb filters and also like the combs and the all passes are very special, densely phased filters, which cause basically this kind of crap to happen. Again, you don't need to move it very far for the motion to become impactful. It's being distorted, but distortion is coming down with the LFO, so it's a 1-to-1 there, as opposed to going up with it. Then the phaser, then the threshold, then the reverb, and the EQ. Which is kind of whipping up high frequency sounds and giving us the last vestige of the kind of sound with the peak calming down the frequencies. And this is all going into here, which turns it into that. Unsurprisingly, Vocodex is involved. So the main thing is, the way that this works is that he gave me a picture, actually. This. And I'm going to be a smart person this time. I disabled Serum. No, I wanted to show off Giant Serum. I don't have time to do this again. Okay. So this is the picture he gave me of like the Vocodex settings and the Fan Filter Pro Q2 settings. And I just copied these for when applicable. The list of stuff started with OMSI, which I'm pretty much emulating here by creating high frequency distortion, which is then going into what he described as a 20% OTT, which I've never used, so I don't really know what that's going to do. I basically just did a little light amount of like saturation compression on the bands, because I know it's multi-band. And then it goes into Vocodex, which I just copied this picture he made. 100 bands, reasonable bandwidth, reasonable pitch change, fast release time from default to fast. It's usually up here somewhere. Maximum wet, maximum sound goodizer, all bands down, all contours off, drafts off. Not a big change anyway. The 100 bands is really what causes a lot of what's happening, like the tone to occur the way it does. And of course, the pitch change does a big part of that as well. Then there's EQ, which was in that picture I mentioned. And then it just said, and then compression, which I just kind of took to mean a little bit of limiting. And we got sound. And then I leveled it up to kind of match the level of the actual output. And that's that. The macros are cool once you're done when you're at this level. The macros do a lot to the tone, so you can use that kind of a lot, and I dig it. And the Serum's back. Wait, is it because oh, it's amazing. I can take it away and bring it back. Holy crap, I really hope this worked out in the video. I tried to be smart with the editing and ended up blowing up my face, so I apologize if it was weird. But if it worked, I'm going with it. If you have any questions about this, please let me know. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and all that good stuff. This FLP will be available in the description of this video. If you'd like to make a request for yourself, unfortunately you can't because the Reddit thread is archived, which means nobody can comment on it. There's only 14 more of these left. I have plenty of comments. I have plenty of requests. I'm just going to do those until we're done. And as usual, have a nice day.